Hey guys, Dustletter Magic here, and I'm back with Canada's Magic Ambassador, Cinder Shadow. Unofficial title, of course. Honorary, I think. But he does have a degree in breaking Arena, which is weird because the PhD takes 8 years and the game's only been out for like 2. But somebody in my comment section on the last video recommended that we put, I forgot what the exact wording was, but something like enough counters on a creature that the game just explodes. Something to that effect. So we're going to try that with the exact same deck because it's going to take more turns than we have cards. So I'm going to run out of cards, but we're going to let this thing keep doubling. So let's go.
Thanks for having me back there, Des.
Oh, of course. You're my favorite co-scientist or whatever.
It's all about the science.
Yeah, we wouldn't be doing this if it didn't have drastic educational value.
Yeah. The education is a must. Yay.
So I actually need another planes to... Oh! 20, bitch!
Damn!
Woo! I don't need any of these
20.
cards at all. Alright, there it is. I now have an I cannot lose the game angel, so assuming you get one in the next 20 cards and set it up, we should be good. And I've already got pacifism on it, so I'll throw Hydra's Growth on right now. We'll just start doubling. There we go. I wish it doubled all counters, because then I'd have like 100 counters that say I can't lose the game.
Yeah.
I might as well drop myself out. 20!
What?
Oh, that's the second 20!
In a row!
In a row, bitches! Woo! In this game that doesn't matter where we blow up the server.
Wow.
Hell yes! I didn't need any of those cards. All right, guys, we've got some crazy triggers. Look at this.
Boy.
Look at that. Double, double, double. All right, so we're up to 32, which means by next turn it's going to be 32 cubed or whatever. I don't know. I'm waiting for the fourth one. Okay, guys, look at this. Look at this. It's one of these two cards. Come on. Oh, jeez. Let me guess. You've got, I don't know, you've got 3 and 2 pacifisms. Okay. Oh, you probably just picked it up now. Yeah. You might win this drag race. This is going to be who can crash the server the fastest, and I think you just pulled ahead. How is it? Did I only put 3 in? Come on. It's literally the next card on my library. Come on. You've got to be kidding me. All right, you're already ahead of me. I don't think I can catch up. Congratulations. You're going to be the first person to launch an angel into space.
Yep. To the moon.
There it is. There it is, the Hydra's Growth. It was the dead last card in my library, not counting ones that I put on the bottom. So from the start of the game, it was the last card in my library. Unbelievable. Wow. Absolutely unbelievable. All right, so we're at 2051. Okay. Now here's the thing. Okay, let me just speculate. This is a scientific video. We're gonna science this bitch. And we're also gonna pacify you 2 more times. A lot of science behind that. All right, science time. Here we go. For reasons that I'm not going to get into because I just did and it sounded boring even for me, the amount of life that you could have could go positive or negative, so you could not go over 2.1 trillion, even though the number is typically 4.2 billion. Or billion, not trillion, billion. But you can't have negative positive counters unless all the counters are considered the same thing and a negative number is a negative. So this is either going to break at 2.1 billion or much more likely it's going to break at 4.2 billion. That is my hypothesis. What do you think, Cinder? Are we going to hit 2.1 or 4.2?
I think you're going to go over 99 lives in Super Mario World, and you're just going to crash the game.
Oh, doesn't Pac-Man do that too?
Yeah, something like that.
They didn't use an N64 because they didn't think anybody would do this. Well, apparently they haven't seen my channel. All right, so we're at 52,454, so it's actually going to take a while, but...
At 1.6.
Oh, okay, what is that? Oh, it's cut off. Okay, now I got to read the smaller version.
Let's look at the counters.
Okay, there it is. Okay, if I look at the small version, it's 830... Wait, let's work backwards. 8.3 million. Okay, easy. So we got to get to billion, which 1,000 times with cube. I don't know. I used to give a crap about math, but now I don't. Let's see. Here we go. We're at
million. You're at 134 million.
134 million. Okay, so the next one should put me, I think, over It should be like right around 1 billion or 2.
I'm at 419 million.
Okay, I gotta watch this real close. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, 1 billion. Okay, so the next one for sure is gonna go straight to 2, and then unfortunately straight to 4. Okay, we got 8, 1, 1. Oh.
It didn't do it.
Wait! We have the exact same number of counters.
They put a cap on it.
What the hell? What? What is this number? This isn't a number. This is not a significant number unless it's 1/4 of 1 billion. Did they make a custom variable for this? Is this an object? Hi guys, math teacher Des here to explain what the heck we're talking about, which you're gonna have to just kind of learn this real quick to have some basis for why this is so unusual. Everything in computer land is zeros and ones, and you know, it could be 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, whatever. But one of these right here, just one of these digits, is called a bit. And so if you have what's called an 8-bit integer, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you'll have, you know, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. There you go. So the first digit is 0 or 1 in decimal. So it's a 0, it's a 0, cool. This is the 2's spot. So how many 2's are there? 0. So this is the 4's spot, so it just keeps going. This is the 8 spot, that's the 16 spot, that's the... So what would this number actually be? Like, what would this 8-bit number represent? What would the value of this in memory in the computer be in our decimal system, which is 10-based, not 1-based? It helps to write them out, so this is the 128 spot, so we got one value of 128, then we've got no, 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 one value of 8, one value of 4, and then no, no. So you go 128 plus 8 plus 4, which is, of course, 140. So if you take the number 140 and write it in computer code, it would be 10001100. So what is the highest value that you could fit in an 8-bit memory space? Well, it would obviously be 11111111. What would that equal? Well, it's 255. You might be thinking, why isn't it 256? Well, because 0 is an option, so there's 256 different values, 0 through 255. So if you were to add this up, 128 plus 64 plus 32, all the way down, including a 1 in the 0 spot, which would then be a 1. Oh, I lied. That's not the 0 spot. That's the 1 spot. Oh, wow. I bet somebody left a comment about that. But anyway, you would get 255 if it's 11111. So if you try to hold 256 or even 7, 8, 9, we'll just go 259. In this spot, it would overflow it. It would truncate it. It would roll it over, whatever. I mean, it depends on the compiler. It depends on just, you know, it could crash the program, but nothing good. Let's just say for all intents and purposes, you can't store the number 259 in 8 bits because you would need the next bit over, the 256th bit, well, the 9th bit, I guess you would say, to represent that big of a number, because then it would be 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 1 to add the 2 and the 1 to get to 259. But you don't have the 9th bit, you have 8 bits. So just FYI, the life total number in Arena is held in a 32-bit integer, which means that the highest possible number you could get out of that is roughly 4.1 billion. Obviously, it's 4.1, blah, 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 some other numbers. But wait a minute, how would you do the number -4 in binary? Well, now you've got a problem. So what they did is they have these things called signed integers or unsigned integers. So they take the 8th spot right here, the 128 spot, and they just eliminate it as part of the value. It's gone. It's still there. It's still either a 0 or 1. It's still 8 bits long. But this is a true or false switch that says positive or negative. Don't ask me which is which. It's never been relevant to my job. So let's just say if I put a 1 there, that means it's positive. And if I put a 0 there, it's negative. It's probably opposite. I took a 50-50 shot at it. Sue me. So then you're left with, okay, 64, 32, 16. So the max you could put in there is, I believe, what, 127, but positive or negative 127 because the last digit is the positive or negative indicator. So you could still have 256 values that can be held in here, but half of them are negative and half of them are positive, roughly. I don't know, 0 is in there somewhere. It might be off by 1, whatever, who cares? But if you know that your number is only ever going to count up, it is never going to go negative, then you can have it be an unsigned integer. Now, your life total can go negative. The number of counters on a permanent cannot go negative, although arguably, okay, -1 counters. But if you have 0 counters on your creature and I use an effect that says remove 1 counter, you don't want to get a -1 counter because that's not what would actually happen. So I think that the number of counters on a creature is positive only. Could they have just thrown it into a signed integer for the fun of it? Sure. So we thought it would either stop at 2.1 billion or 4.2 billion because those are the 2 stop points for, a signed 32-bit integer or an unsigned, always positive 32-bit integer. What they've done is gone to the 30th bit and ignored the first 2. And you might think, okay, so they did that, so what? That isn't a thing. Nothing in programming does that. I don't even know how to make the compiler do that. You would have to write a definition for a custom memory space that, like I said, once again, isn't divisible by 8, so how the hell does that even work? You would have noticed that int 32, int 64, int 16, and int 8 are all divisible by 8, and that's by design. It's because somebody just decided 8 bits in a byte, and then we just went with it ever since computers were invented. So then effectively, an 8-bit value is a 1-byte value, and then a 16-bit, which would be, obviously 16 digits, that's a 2-byte value. And yes, it scales right up to the gigabyte and the terabyte, in case you're wondering. Okay, so to outline why this is so weird, looking back at the screenshot here, we've got 1.07 on and on billion. That happens to be, well, let's just start at the max. Okay, what's the highest number you can hold in a 32-bit integer? It's 4.2 something whatever billion. Then, if you make it a signed one, so you effectively convert it to a positive or negative 31-bit integer, but not really. The bit's still there. It's still divisible by 8. It's still easily processed by computer's memory. Well, then the highest number you can have is 2.1 billion. This is neither of those, but it happens to be exactly half of it. And not just half, but the 2.1 whatever ends in a 5, which is an odd number. So you would get 823.5, and it truncated it. Well, why wouldn't it round it? Well, that's just how computers do division. I mean, it's all about modulus and divisors, and trust me, you don't want to hear me explain it. That's my excuse for not knowing how it works. So I can't think of any programmatic reason or even a functional way that you would have it stop at exactly a 30-bit amount. That's not a thing. I can't even explain how much of a not thing that is. It doesn't make sense. So if somebody knows why I keep stopping at this exact value, I would love to hear it. Maybe in all my training, and I'm pretty sure that this game's either the back end is C++ or C#. I was very extensively trained for about 5 years total in both of those, in college and high school and past. Actually, so it's actually 10 years. But I've never heard of a data type that reserves 2 bits and then spits out the rest. Maybe there just is one. I don't know. Maybe everybody in the comment section is going to be like, oh, no, Dust, it's called this. But, why would you use an exotic data type for counters? It's just counters. How many damn counters are on the creature? I mean, there you go. And why wouldn't you make it a full unsigned 32-bit and then just have negative counters be a different object? It's that simple. So I don't understand this, but we talked about it a ton. I'm going to cut out all of me and Cinder's discussion about it because I just explained it. But we did decide to ram the angels into each other's life totals. So let's do that. Okay, the theory from the other video was that it was just displaying the wrong value, but the server was storing the correct value. So within a couple turn passes, we're going to get over what a 64-bit integer could do. And they thought it was just truncating it and showing, the wrong value. It was being stored in the server logs in the database correctly, but it was being displayed by the client incorrectly. So I feel like it should have gone over. Oh, wait, no. What is the highest limit for a 64? Oh, God. Let me look that up. Okay, guys, well, we've passed turn enough times. Cinder reminded me how math works. We've definitely done it enough times that we would be to the 64th of the two to the, you know how it works. you either do or you're already left this video. So what I really wanted to do is take this creature and hit Cinder with it. I can't. So we're going to redo this for a quick second, so hold tight.
Yay!
The last possible time it could show up. I have 1 card left. In fact, Revitalize drew a card, so actually if it was the next one, I would have lost. Well, that's fun. So I can draw 1 card at the beginning of the next turn and then sack the book. That came down to the second to last card in my deck. Arena!
ridiculous.
Why, Arena? I
No,
hate
go.
you. I mean, as soon as you get to the amount, you can just hit me. And by the way, everybody, Cinder gave it lifelink, because if we're going to really mess with the life totals, I mean, we might as well really mess with the life totals. So I'm going to start giving this guy some steroids. It is going to be Programmer World War III in my comment section as soon as I say, you can't have a 30-bit one. And people will be like, well, in Java you can if you're... And the Java's not a real language.
You want me to hit you here?
Why not? Let's see what happens. Now, I have a buffer of 23. So, let's see. What were those numbers? Okay, so now I'm at, okay, negative
I'm
107, whatever. But remember, it's 803, and you're
My
at
life
823.
total is over the number.
Oh, yeah, that's because you were at 20-something. I was at 20-something from Revitalize.
But it's a hard cap. What?
Oh,
This
no,
makes no sense.
no. The life cap is double this. That's why it makes no
Okay.
sense. The life cap is a positive or negative 31-bit integer. I should probably explain this to the people watching. Okay, so guys, you remember that he had like 20-something, 30 life, whatever. I had 20-something life. So the starting amount was not 0. So he's at 10,855, and I'm at 10,803, even though it's 823, because we already know from past experimentation that the life total is a 31-bit signed integer, which means that it can be 2.1 billion-ish plus or minus, positive or negative, because your life total can go negative. So that's, I mean, what is this number? Who knows? But exactly one more hit should put me close and should put you over. So we'll find out.
This is going to be
Okay, there's the no
hopefully
trigger.
game breaking. Hopefully this breaks the game right here.
So in theory, your life total should wrap around to a red negative number, but you won't lose the game. And the best thing is, if you watched our other video, you wouldn't lose the game even if the angel wasn't in play, because just your memory location that stores the life means nothing. It's completely meaningless. So no block. Here we go. It should say about negative 60-ish, I think. No, you're at negative. Maybe it wasn't quite enough. Negative 2.14. Okay.
My negative?
It did wrap around. Okay, so they took away the red. It's now, it just says negative, but you're just under it. Oh, but you're negative, so you're just over it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I should probably explain what this is properly to the people. Okay, so other than it not turning red, I guess they changed that. The maximum value that can be stored in his life total is 2147483647. So why is it at negative 615? It's because he rolled it over. Now, I thought it started back at 0. I guess not. I guess that's not how binary works. But I haven't been hit hard enough. I'm just above the numbers. So he has to hit me one more time before things get really wacky.
Crazy.
So
Yeah.
mine, you can see there's a negative sign right there. I should actually wrap over to positive when I get hit on this one. Yep, I'm at
did.
positive 1 billion. Why? Why? No, see, that one I do know why. I don't know why I'm asking why. I know why. Well, the only thing left to do is obviously hit me one more time.
Yeah. And you
For no
should go
reason. It shouldn't
negative.
do anything. It should go up to like positive 2 billion. Or wait. Oh, no, I'm at 15.
What?
Just
And I'm at 37.
just a hard 15.
I'm at 37.
Why not? And why? So we've looped all the way around back to our first values. That's
What?
fantastic. I should have known that would happen. It would take exactly 4 hits to loop back around. I mean, I don't know why I didn't think that's what would happen. All right, well, I hit you. Yeehaw! Let me just say, guys, it's been enough turns that we would have broken an int 64, I'm pretty sure. So people said, oh, well, the display value in the engine on the object being displayed in this layer in Unity is 32-bit, but your life total is actually 64-bit. Well, then if this power and toughness are also being held accurately on the server, I would have hit him for above a 20-digit number, which is the max that you can have for a 64-bit integer. So the game and the server would have crashed by now. All right, guys. So in theory, when I crash my angel into Cinder's angel and they both kill each other, which is what I hope happens, They still have lifelink, which is going to be interesting. Oh, that's right. We both get lifelink. Well, now I have no idea what's going to happen. But someone's life total should be negative. But because it's so messed up, nobody should lose the game, even though the angels go away. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure because we don't exactly know what the values will be. Because I could get out a calculator, but it's more fun to just do it. So
we've broken the values. So yeah.
All right. Well, at least we know these have the same value, but it's like I could compare this to this and see whose is higher, and who cares? All right, let's just block it and blow up the damn server. My thinking is that it's either going to end immediately, or it's going to end when Cinder has to draw a card, or it's going to end as a state-based action. You lost. I knew it. I knew it was going to screw it up. Oh, it did. Oh, it must have gone to your turn, though. It did go to your turn.
Yeah, it did go to my turn.
Okay, guys, let me just explain that. I had the negative life total, negative 2.1 billion, but it still went to Cinder's turn without me losing as a state-based action. There you go. So that proved my theory that once you roll over the life total is no longer a valid number.
Yeah.
Because, it should have said, hey, Ness, you have a negative life total, you lose before going to Cinder's turn, but it didn't. So once you roll over the variable, it somehow stops reading correctly, which doesn't make sense. It's still assessed as the value that's displayed there. It's not like we're doing like some weird thing with like memory overflows or something. It just, if it overflows the number, it just overflows the number, then the number is still the number. So there's something really weird with the way that the game interprets that. But you can see it highlighted Cinder's name saying, oh, we went to his turn, boom, couldn't draw, lost. Just like that.
Science.
So just to reiterate, the theory that people threw out last time in the comment section was that once the life total exceeds a 32-bit integer, or a signed 31-bit effectively, so signed 32, however you want to look at it, it's stored on the server side in a database or in memory as 64. But we hit each other enough times and doubled enough times that it would have been hitting for a value above even that. So if anybody has any idea why the number of counters stop at that unusually specific amount, I'd love to hear it. Go post it all over the internet. This is now the biggest mystery in all of programming as far as I'm concerned, because I'm pretty good at programming and I can't crack it. So leave your best guess down below, or leave your expert opinions or some solutions from Reddit or whatever there. And I guess we'll see you guys next time we cause weird things to happen in Arena. So thanks for joining me, Cinder. What was your channel again?
Cinder Shadow Gaming, where we break more things often than not in Arena and play a lot of other games.
You can't even go into a draft without just something breaking from what I've seen. Just Arena's just like, no, you're Canadian, you're out, bye.
Yeah, I break too many things.
All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully we get this mystery solved, and I'll see you guys next time.